guarantee that Mr. Miller will star in it, no questions asked.
The Emoji movie. Done. Wow. And this is really
That's
gonna blow your
simple,
mind.
apparently. Hey guys, my name's Dan. Today's reaction is the Emoji Movie Pitch Meeting Revisited. Now this is a bit of an interesting choice considering that I don't remember this movie doing particularly well, nor do I remember being any good. And normally when he does these revisits, it's usually preceded or coming after a movie that has something to do with it. Like, for example, there's been in the past where he's revisited an old Marvel movie, and then either the week beforehand or the week afterward, he'll decide to do a pitch meeting for the most recent Marvel movie. Kind of curious to see if there's going to be something similar to this coming out next week, or maybe there's another reason why he decided to do this revisit. Either way, I'm very excited to learn that and more about his process. But before we get into it though, please do check all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, Ryan George's link and the pitch meeting link as well. They're both great ways to support him, and a great and easy way to support me is go right below this video, click all those buttons down there, because I'll let you see future reactions that I do, but I'll also want my channel to grow. Without any further ado, let's go.
Hey, this is Ryan George from the thing you're currently watching.
Hello,
Please
Ryan.
enjoy this pitch meeting for the Emoji movie that I made like half a decade ago, and then stick around after because I'll talk about it. While you're doing
All right.
that, I'm going to draw the poop emoji.
Oh, poop
You said
emoji.
you had a movie you wanted to pitch to me?
Yeah, you're gonna like this one. So what's something that's a part of every young person's life these days?
I don't know.
Huh?
Oh, they like to poop.
Oh, that's not it at all.
Oh,
You see where I'm going with this?
no.
An emoji movie.
Oh, that's good because they're super popular.
Very
Yep.
popular.
So what's
They
the
are.
story?
The what?
The story, like what's the movie about?
Oh, yeah. No, I've got a bit of that in here.
Great.
Oh, yeah, you
so
sure
the
you
meh
do.
emoji doesn't want to be a meh emoji anymore. Honestly, it doesn't matter so much.
No?
No, honestly, I think people are going to be so pumped about seeing emojis, they're not going to care about story or character development or
mean, they
substance or
might.
anything like that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so basically we just have all the emojis
Yikes.
living in a city called Textopolis,
That is clever.
right?
Because it's like he took the word metropolis
And I changed the beginning to text.
So if
Text,
the other
yeah.
jokes in the movie are as funny as that, I think we're in business.
They are. They're all at that exact same level of humor.
You have other examples?
Yeah, there's a moment where there's monkey emojis with briefcases, and they're like, we have business to attend to.
Right.
And the meh emoji's like, what kind of business?
Uh-huh.
And so one of the monkeys says, monkey business.
Oh my god.
Because they're
Ah.
monkeys.
They are.
I mean, I don't
Yep.
want to toot my own horn, but this is incredible. I did great.
And can we include some like cool young people talk in the movie? I mean, I don't really
Yeah.
know how young people talk these days.
Oh, I do, and there's a ton of that in here, like slay, NBD, #blessed.
Good, that sounds like we're in touch with the youth.
Word.
And what are some of the other characters?
Well, his parents have their own little storyline.
He has parents.
Yeah, they're also mez.
So if emojis can have children, that means that they
The
can...
implication is that emojis have intercourse and reproduce, yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it really makes you picture it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it really does.
No, I don't wanna. What? Why are you picturing that? Stop it! Oh my god!
Other important characters?
Yes, there is a poop emoji.
So like an animated piece of feces.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun for the movie to have a character that's an actual talking piece of shit.
And what's his role in the movie?
He's gonna make 4 or 5 poop-related puns.
Oh, pretty important.
And then also Meh becomes friends with the high five emoji.
And what's he like?
Well, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a high five? He's British and has an eating disorder.
Right, of course.
Oh,
Eats
yeah,
so much
sure.
candy, he
Yeah, why
vomits
not?
Several times.
Just like a high five would, and actually that gives me an idea.
What's that?
Maybe I can strike a deal with the creators of Candy Crush and have the characters go in their app.
I love it.
That's gonna bring in a ton of money.
Do you think people will be bothered by the product placement?
No, people love product
Yes.
placement.
Oh, well, that's great,
Yes.
because I have literally nothing planned for the second act of the film.
Oh, so they can just go from product placement to product placement.
Absolutely, as many as you can get.
I can get a lot.
Perfect.
So let's talk about casting for the main character.
Sure.
Oh
Did
boy.
you have anyone in mind for
Oh
Meh?
boy.
Well, I mean, I have a dream actor that I'd like.
Who's that?
It's a little nuts. I don't know if it's doable.
Just shoot.
TJ Miller?
Oh,
It must be impossible to get him, though, right?
actually super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Really?
Check this out.
Hello, you've reached TJ Miller's agent. Please say the title of your film after the beep, and I can 100% guarantee that Mr. Miller will star in it, no questions asked.
The Emoji movie. Done.
Wow.
And this is really
That's
gonna blow your
simple,
mind.
apparently.
I think we might be able to get Sir Patrick Stewart in this.
What? How?
Well, it's a kid's movie. He's a sweet old man.
Such a sweet man.
I think if we
He's a
just
sweet man.
explain to him that this is what the kids are into, he'll do it out of the kindness of his heart.
He would do it for the kids.
I honestly think he would if he thought it
'cause
could
he's
bring
a
them some joy.
What
good
a
human
great
being.
man.
Truly a saint.
What emoji should he play?
I don't know, maybe the piece of shit.
Yeah, apparently
There he
so, which is somehow a brilliant idea, and of course, you know, in drawing the poop emoji, he decided to draw Sir Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart, the poop emoji in the flesh, right? From the pitch meeting
Yeah.
we just watched. In
Yep.
the words of the late, great Kevin Feige, it's all connected. Kevin Feige's still alive. He's just delayed a lot of projects. Apologies
I
if I
see.
sound a little off today. I am under the weather, both
Oh.
in terms of I am sick and my general position in relation to the clouds. So this was the third pitch meeting I ever made, and one thing that really grinds my gears about these really, really old ones is the useless kind of swish and push transitions I used to put. I don't know what I was going for with those. I guess I thought it would make it dynamic. Like this one right here.
Pumped about seeing emojis. They're not going to care about story.
There was no need to whoosh in a picture of emoji. There was no need to do that. Another thing I don't love about this
It wasn't
one, I
bad.
have decided to pick on myself today. It's one of the reasons you won't see me doing a lot of pitch meetings for comedies is I don't like making fun of jokes. It
Yeah,
feels icky.
I can see
it
that.
feels a little mean-spirited and condescending, one comedy writer making fun of another comedy writer's jokes. That monkey joke probably wasn't for me. It was for little kiddos that were like, hey,
Oh, yeah, for
whoa,
sure.
ew, that's pretty good. As an adult watching that, sure, it did make my eyes roll so far back that they came back up from underneath. So I do feel a little bad about the light jabs in this one, but retinal
fair.
reattachments are really expensive, so we'll call it even. On another topic, I obviously hadn't cemented in the fact that super easy, barely an inconvenience is a screenwriter line, and so producer guy says it, and boy does it feel wrong. Me in a blue jacket
Sure
has
does.
no business saying that line. That's a line for me with glasses and a
Yes,
brown jacket.
yes it
What am I
is.
Thinking. And something I find interesting rewatching this is that whole TJ Miller bit. Sorry, that didn't feel right. TJ Miller bit. There you go. That was pretty dynamic. This is an example of a joke that I think worked pretty well back then, but just because of the years that have passed and the things that happened in those years, it doesn't quite hold up
No,
as it did. See,
fortunately
back
not.
in like 2016, 2017, TJ Miller was in everything.
He
The
really
dude
was.
all over the place. It was kind of absurd. But not too long after this pitch meeting came out, things started to unravel for his career. There were some Me Too allegations. He apparently also assaulted an Uber driver with
Oh!
a false 911 call about a bomb on a train.
Oh my
So he's
God!
really in stuff
I didn't
anymore.
know that.
That joke doesn't apply to today. If you're 14 years old now, that means you were about 8 years old when I uploaded this pitch meeting, and you're probably not aware that TJ Miller was in a bunch of stuff back then. That made me feel really old. So yeah, just
Same.
something to keep in mind for any writers out there. How will your stuff age? It's interesting to see that this joke that I really leaned into doesn't really hold up today. You can still get it from context.
Sure.
But if you saw this back when it was uploaded, that was a knockout topical joke. Okay, question time, because I need to nap some kind of way.
No,
And if you
nap.
didn't have to worry about how the video performed, are there any movies, shows, or any specific pieces of media you would like to cover? I don't know how well this answers your question, but there is one movie that I've avoided doing just because I don't know how the YouTube algorithm would take it. And that is a Vin Diesel movie called Triple X, because that would mean that I'd upload a video called Triple X Pitch Meeting. I think it would attract the wrong kinds of people.
Probably,
And I
yes.
think that would give the video a thumbs down. Some very kind words. And then, what snacks do you mouth shovel while watching a movie? Popcorn, candy, the used gum under seats? Are you more of a savory, sweet, salty, or sour muncher? I don't like that term. Thanks
Oh,
for being awesome. At the movie
same.
theater, a bag of popcorn, a bag of Sour Patch Kids
Good call.
dumped into the popcorn.
Oh!
Shake it up.
Oh!
No further questions. What was the process
Oh!
like for your collection?
I mean, crossing those two may be problematic, but might be willing to try it. I do like both things.
Collabs with MatPat, who approached two for each one, and were you both involved with the lines? When we first collabed, I think it was on the Joker videos, it was a very kind of, I think his people reached out to my people, and there were email threads and things were sent back and forth. I think they sent me a script to read for their video and vice versa. Over the years, it's gotten a little less red tapey and more just, hey, for the Five Nights at Freddy's cameo, I emailed him 3 days before the video went up, and it was like,
Oh.
hey, I don't know if you're available, but this would be cool if you could do it. And he did, and it was awesome, and I thank
That's
him
cool.
very much. Hey, Ryan, very kind words followed by relevant, thoughtful question. Nice and wholesome farewell. Surprisingly insightful and well-worded response followed by a little joke and a quick cut to me ending the video. Okay, thanks for watching.
Oh,
Any
quick
questions down
cut
below,
into the
please?
video.
Bye.
Yeah, that video definitely did not age too well. Again, I didn't really know any of that stuff was happening or about TJ Miller because, you know, I was watching movies and TV shows around that time, and I did see him in quite literally everything. Seeing him in all those movies, seeing him in the Deadpool movie was kind of interesting. I was kind of a bit of a fan of his work. I watched him on Silicon Valley, and that was a great show. I absolutely loved that show. But learning about how he wasn't really the best person, apparently, is kind of disappointing, because, I don't know, it seemed like his career was going in the right path, being in almost everything, getting paid to be in everything, and then, you know, comes out being a dick, apparently. But yeah, this was kind of interesting, going back to another one of his older videos. I didn't realize it was the third one that he ever did, and I also thought it was interesting to talk about more of the origins of the Super Easy Barely an Inconvenience, and he is right. The person who actually came up with it, who actually says it in this video, it does feel weird watching it. I just, you know, we're just watching, and like in the back of my mind, it's like, wait a minute, I'm not used to him saying this. Why can't the other guy say this? Make it right. Make it make sense. And I'm sure he does that later on. I don't remember when exactly he started that, but that is definitely one of my my favorite catchphrases. Now we will have to try the whole popcorn and Sour Patch Kids combination one day, and hopefully I do not throw up because of it. So that will do it for me here. Comment down below. Let me know, what did you think about this revisit? Please leave a like if you enjoyed. But you check all of those links I have for you down in the description below. And lastly, and most importantly, leave a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon. Cruising, Woodworth 310, Jordan Bird, Kester Kronich, Amber K, Raymond Bright, Chris Curtis, Haley Machinardi, Ann Perry, Larka, Fox Cacophony, Dancing Viru, Morgan Page, Ania Silva, Christian Siebold, and Marcus Florence. And I'll see you guys next time.